Welcome back to our Part 2 Sedona adventure. Join us as we explore Sedona from above in a hot air balloon. There will be some breathtaking views you won't want to miss. We'll show you our crash landing and share our experience. We'll even take you to the downtown area for some unique shopping and taste of the local cuisine. Come join us on our Sedona adventure, and then you can start packing for yours. Good morning, everyone. We are starting our next adventure bright and early in the morning. We're getting picked up by Northern Light Balloon Expeditions at 4:30 a.m. So we're going to get ready and then we're going to head out. This company, they pick you right up at your hotel. All you have to do is tell them which hotel you want to be picked up at, and then they stop at each hotel. As they're getting everything ready with the balloon, you get to watch this beautiful just start of the sunrise, the dawn, the start of dawn. And it was actually a lot of fun to just kind of watch the whole process and see the balloon getting prepared for us to be in it. While they were getting everything ready, we got to watch this hot air balloon take off, which was just one individual. Okay, they're almost ready with our balloon. You'll get up into the air during sunrise. A few quick tips before we get up into the air. You really don't have a lot of space in the carriage, so don't bring a lot of stuff. Make sure you don't drink too much water or coffee. Obviously, there are no bathrooms on the hot air balloons. It can get a bit hot near the burner. A hat can help protect from the warmth. Also, it's recommended to wear long sleeve, long pants, and closed-toed shoes. I'm usually prone to motion sickness. I did not get anything with these hot air balloon rides, so I think you're in the clear even if you're prone to motion sickness. Okay, we are ready to get in our balloon and start going up.
Dough is for the deer. Mesa meaning tabletop in Swedish. Right of that, the mountain called Castle Thunder Mountain, also known as the Gray Mountain. A lot of formations here.
Our guide's name was Dan, and he was very interactive and knowledgeable about Sedona and the landscape. He did a great job with the entertainment during this ride. Not to mention, he was a great pilot, and we felt very safe during the entire ride. Look at that.
And most of the West Sedona area nestles between the base of Airport Mesa, Thunder Mountain. On top of the rim there, we got the San Francisco Peaks outside of Flagstaff, all that jaggedy dark spot. So not only is that the tallest point in Arizona, The peak is topping out at 12,633 feet off our sea level. Very little to none of that basalt, which allow those areas to just erode along. And that's what kind of gives us these dripping. Even though the world knows Arizona is the giant desert, it's 5 ecosystems to the border.
We were in the air for a little over an hour and a half. Flight times can range from an hour to an hour and a half depending on the wind and landing conditions. The entire trip took us about 4 hours and we were done right around 8:30 a.m. It was really interesting to hear from the pilot about the necessary conditions in order to fly, and you really need very little wind to be able to take the hot air balloon up. This ride was very peaceful and you get 360-degree panoramic views of the landscape. We even could see all the way to Jerome, Arizona, which gave us some ideas for another trip. We learned about how Sedona's high desert climate features calm, predictable winds at sunrise, which makes it ideal for hot air balloon rides. Looking down into the gullies, we did see some wildlife, including jackrabbits and javelinas. We're getting closer to the ground as we approach our first landing spot. So as you get ready to land, the pilot will communicate with the rest of the team to try to meet us where we're going to land to have all the equipment and the trucks ready. So as you can see, the team came to pick us up at the initial spot, but the wind was too strong, so we had to go to the next spot for landing. This is how you know you need a really good pilot and a good team, because they have to calculate and predict with the winds where the hot air balloon is going to land and then pick you up in that spot. Okay, we're gonna try this landing again, and this time we still had wind, so it was quite the experience to land.
I'm right by the fence, so maybe we'll just walk it over. Hey guys, been in there hanging around?
Got it.
Hanging on you?
Now we got some wind.
Got a lot of speed coming up, so just giving us some heavy. Into the wind! Into the wind!
Oh my god!
No, you're good. You are good.
Woo, that was close!
Come decide what looks like you're coming to. I'm gonna have to be on your guys's when you go left after the creek, because it just came in fast and I had to collapse and keep from tipping.
We almost tipped. At the very end of the balloon ride, we almost did have a crash landing. The wind really picked up, so the balloon picked up speed, and we were just jumping until we finally hit, and then we were at like a 90-degree angle, and everyone almost tipped over. It was quite the experience.
Dude, I'm getting tired of this.
The team then had to get the balloon back into the truck. All in all, you can tell there's a lot of effort and teamwork that goes into these hot air balloon rides, and they run 365 days a year.
Little more. Good.
This was, in our opinion, one of the best ways to explore Sedona. It's definitely, I think, on people's bucket list, and it is something that you have to try. I'd say it's a little more on the pricey side, but it is something that is definitely worth the cost. It was so much fun. We had a great experience. At the end, they brought us all together and we all got to laugh and kind of recap everything that happened. We got to toast with a mimosa, and they had some breakfast for us as well.
Great status symbol with the King's Seal. Let people know that they royal blood. They decide the whole world needs to be in. Every country in the world is asked.
We got some champagne and a apple fritter. You get to go home with a nice souvenir certificate. They pack everyone back up on the vans and they take you back to your hotel. After an early morning, we're ready to rest and maybe take a nap before heading back out to go see downtown Sedona. It's only a short 5-minute drive back to the downtown Sedona area, so we can grab some food and go check out the shops. As you walk around the downtown, you get to see how art is really woven into every corner of the city. Many of the sculptures here are created by local artists. beautiful red rocks in the background also look like a painting as you walk the downtown. This sculpture was one of my favorites. It's a man painting the red rocks and a little girl taking his picture, and it's titled Red Rocks and the Cowboy Artist. We're gonna grab some food at this spot, Open Ranch, which overlooks the red rocks. We tried some of their local beers, which were also really good. This one tasted like a lemonade. And the food, of course, was really good. We started off with some guac, some salsa, and some chips, and then moved on to our main meals. I got a mushroom grilled cheese, and Ramon got the fish tacos. You couldn't beat the backdrop with the sun setting over the red rocks with a beautiful dinner. Heading back out on the town, they had some live music. We enjoyed the beautiful sunset over the Sedona Red Rocks before calling it a night. Next stop, we're actually headed out of Sedona because our trip is coming to an end, and we're going to drive up to Montezuma's Castle before heading over to Phoenix. Montezuma's Castle is about 40 minutes into your drive when you're headed back to Phoenix. This incredible site is one of the best preserved cliff dwellings in North America. It was built by the Sinagua people over 800 years ago. You stop in the visitor center before making your way to go see the cliff dwellings.
Good morning from Montezuma's Castle.
We're checking out Montezuma's Castle on our way back down near Phoenix in Mesa Verde. And you can use your National Park Pass, America the Beautiful Pass. And it's only a 3/4 mile loop to do the whole thing, and you get these stunning views of some of the pueblos in the mountains.
And a funny fun fact, Montezuma never lived here, just so you guys know.
Around the year 1400, people began leaving their homes here. 500 years later, its walls were largely intact. If you're traveling between Sedona and Phoenix, we think this is a quick, must-see stop. Our next and final stop on this trip was Superstition Mountain to go hang out with family. They do have some really good hiking that we weren't able to do on this trip, but maybe for the next one. Superstition Mountain is famous for the Lost Dutchman's gold mine legend, which has drawn countless treasure hunters, inspired books, films, and an annual festival. This area is considered sacred by the Apache, who believe that a portal to the underworld lies within the mountain range. For me, one of the highlights is watching the saguaro cacti silhouetted against the landscape as the sun sets over the mountain range. I think Arizona sunsets are some of the most beautiful and definitely a sight to be seen. Not only that, the stars at night just pop in this area. Thank you so much for joining us on our Arizona adventure. We hope you enjoyed exploring Sedona from above, discovering the vibrant art and culture, tasting the local cuisine, and learning about Montezuma's Castle and Superstition Mountain. We hope you get the chance to enjoy your own trip here in the future. Safe travels, and see you on our next journey.